And that'll be done with this gentleman right here, Gary Busey. Thank you for joining us here on Scarborough Country.
I don't think I need to be thanked. What I need to be is welcomed here, because what we are is a welcoming force in the universe.
Nice.
There it is.
We are a welcoming force in the universe. I like that.
And it is a pleasure to be here with two equally devout wizards as myself. And
Wizard.
It is a pleasure to be occupying this space right here, right now, with both of you people right now.
Gary See, his energy, and I'm telling you, this is why he was so.
This is why you loved him on the Celebrity Apprentice.
No matter what was happening, good or bad, when you were project managing something and it wasn't
things were just
well,
out of control,
you found a way.
You found the good.
You found a way to find the good in the moment.
Well, you know what good stands for? Giving only of derivatives.
What? That is not anything. That's not anything.
Yeah, giving only of derivatives.
That's not anything. What is that?
That is exactly right. That is not anything. That is nothingness. That is the eternal. That is what fills up the eternal Tao that we are all serving under.
There it is. So what he's trying to say.
No idea what he just said.
I don't know what he said either, but it's just the positivity that he brings in the way that he says it.
Okay, I agree with that.
I'm here right now because I am a Lakers fan.
You're a Lakers fan?
Of course I am.
I knew you were a Lakers fan.
Well,
I was just playing with you, Gary. Is that okay? Can I do a little jokey joke with you or no?
Do you mean to have a humor time with me at this point?
A little bit of a humor time with you. I do like that.
You are a Lakers fan. We know that. And so let's talk about the elephant in the room.
The epic breakdown of
Where's the elephant in the room?
The elephant in the room is that the Lakers got whooped. They got swept by the Dallas Mavericks and looked terrible. And then it was Phil Jackson's last game, and guys are throwing elbows. Andrew Bynum is taking off his shirt like he's Chris Brown after trashing a GMA dressing room. I mean, things are bad for the Lakers right now.
Well, you know what? I think that when things are bad, they will turn around. Let me say something about Phil Jackson. He's a personal friend of mine.
He is a personal friend of yours?
Well, I haven't seen him in 20 years, but he is a very close friend of mine.
Great.
And let me say something about Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson stands for points, highlight, initial legitimacy. Judgment always comes knowing scoreboard over Nirvana.
I don't think that's what it means. So everything is an acronym to you, in a sense. Is that right?
Everything is an acronym. In fact, let me tell you what acronym stands for. Acronym, my friend, acronym is the accurate creation realizing omnipotence, not your mind.
Okay. That is unbelievable.
So when Phil Jackson has what some may consider a disgraceful moment,
yeah,
I know that personally.
You've been,
and when I say that I know that personally, I felt it in the edges of the universe.
Okay.
I was attacked by tree frogs on 2 separate occasions. I had the rubber of a motorcycle tire directly drive over my mouth, lips, and teeth. Do you know what that feels like? Some people would call that the bottom of an experience, but what I call that is the highest.
The highest.
You turned it around.
You were feeling the best at that
because
moment.
Nirvana is samsara, and Phil Jackson knows that our suffering is our enlightenment.
Okay,
that's right.
All right. Well, Phil Jackson understands that.
So you feel like even though the Lakers are in a somewhat dark place, you can find the light, and you think they're going to come back and be better?
Are they going to blow up this team? Is my question. Are you just going to have are they going to get Dwight Howard in here? What's the team going to be next year? I don't even know.
Well, the Lakers are what I like to think of as an occupying force in the mind space that we have right now. And the Lakers, I believe, stand for like Arthur's knights eating round table suppers. And so we know that though a Lancelot will fall out,
sure,
that a Robin Hood will take his place.
Okay, good to know.
I don't even know.
Busey is like on fire, Jay.
He is.
He is on fire.
He's killing Army Navy right now.
He's unbelievable.
He's destroying those guys.
He's like in another.
Well, it's because those guys are writers and they've never really taken the time to understand and unlock. I mean, that's what an acronym is, or creating an acronym is unlocking the new energy within an old word. Is that correct?
That's right. It is the accurate creation realizing omnipotence, not your mind. What that means is
it's not your mind.
What that means is you are reaching into the powers of the secret universe, not the actual universe that we occupy, but a secret universe that is hitherto unknown to all besides wizards, like the two of us and the three of us that occupy this place.
The two of us and the three of us.
The two of us and the three of us? Okay.
So, all right, so the Lakers colors are...
Well, when I address a person, that automatically creates a binary code right there, where it's two of us.
Right.
But then if there were an outside observer looking at us, then it would be the three of us.
I get it. That actually made perfect logic.
Now, you understand it is physically impossible to look at two people at the same time.
I do understand. That's impossible. You can't do that unless there's somebody right next to you.
I have achieved that through through a drift in my eyeballs.
That isn't.
I'm one of the very few people that is able to look at two human beings at the same time.
That's.
And I have a right to do that. That is guaranteed by the Magna Carta.
Here's my question. You've had serious head trauma, is that correct? You were in a motorcycle accident.
I've had what the doctors called serious head trauma.
He doesn't call it serious head trauma, Jay.
He sees it as a positive.
He understands that it's a positive.
Of course, yeah, it is positive. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I fell off of a motorcycle that ran over me 72 times.
Did anybody? 72 times.
72 times.
Well, it started out as a consensual running over.
Right. You willed it to happen.
Well, it started out that way, but then I came to regret it, but then I came to accept it again. So what we're seeing right now with the Lakers is a debasement of the sport of basketball, and I believe that basketball stands for black athletic skills, kinetic eternal truths beneath aristocratic landowners' lies.
Oh, well, that is shockingly dead on. That is a spot on critique of the sport, and it may be the reason why we don't have any NBA action next year. I mean, some stuff's got to change. Collective bargaining. We can get into that, but let's talk about the Lakers.
You know, NBA stands for 9 Bulldogs Arguing.
Okay. I did not know that.
That actually, I knew that. I was aware of that.
You knew that? Well, let's talk about the Lakers' colors.
I said the Lakers' colors are
purple and gold.
Purple and gold. But when you see the Lakers,
those are the colors that are in the visible spectrum. I have information that they have over 40 different invisible colors on the infrared spectrum and the ultraviolet.
If you did an infrared on them, you would see.
I have shown up to a Laker game with both infrared glasses filtered through ultraviolet glasses. Let me tell you, there is an array of light like you will not see besides a brown dwarf star.
That's unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
A brown dwarf star.
Brown dwarf scar.
A dwarf scar?
A dwarf sklar.
Did you say a brown dwarf sklar?
I don't think I need to say that because we all know that is what's approaching our solar system for 2012.
A brown dwarf sklar is and the Mayans predicted that, did they not?
The Mayans predicted it, but it took the Buseys to interpret the Mayans.
That's right. You are the vessel.
So what
you're
saying is that the Mayans on their own, they couldn't deliver
not only me, but anyone with the last name Busey is able to interpret my Mayan.
How about your son Jake Busey? Can he interpret it?
He was able to, but he's only able to do it into HTML code. Okay. I have been given the gift to take the Mayans prediction and put them into English.
Into English.
And Latin as well, but that's a dead language.
We don't need to get into that. Wow. Well, so your prediction, let's break it down. Your prediction for the Lakers next year, do they make the playoffs? I guess that's really the question on everybody's mind.
Well, I think my prediction for the Lakers is what they will experience is similar to the end of the movie 2001: Space Odyssey.
Sure, just a baby floating in space.
A baby floating in space is what you saw.
Right.
In that movie.
What did you see?
Well, I went in with infrared sunglasses.
And watched that movie with infrared sunglasses.
And ultraviolet. And I went in with Phil Jackson. That was the last time that I actually
the two of you
had
hung out
FaceTime
together.
So that was 20 plus years ago.
It was exactly 20 plus years ago.
It was exactly 20 plus years ago.
Wow.
Talking about accuracy.
And so what you see for them next year? What do you see for them next year?
I see a continuous rebirth. Mm-hmm. I see that they will go into the playoffs and they will lose games and they will win games. But in the end, there is a mean. It is like flipping a coin. Mm-hmm. So victory is only determined by the defeats that you suffer. Mm-hmm. So they may suffer further defeats. Mm-hmm. And I'm not here to predict the future. I'm here to declare it. The future is that victory will always be followed by defeat, which will always be followed by victory. We have to take our salt at the same time we take our pepper.
There it is. Gary Busey.
Gary R. Busey, private citizen, first class, reporting for duty, sir.
Thank you.
All right, now that The Apprentice is over, what do you have in the works? What are you working on these days?
Well, I'm working on a number of sculptures.
Okay.
I'm making sculptures of sidewalks.
Sidewalk sculptures, or sculptures of sidewalks.
Of sidewalks, and they are not to be stepped on.
They are not to be trampled on.
But they are lifelike. They are the exact size of a sidewalk.
They will tempt you to step on them.
Just one quick question: will they be sidewalk height? Like, would they be on the side of a road next to a lawn of some
without a sign on it?
They are right now. I am building them on the side of Cahuenga Boulevard.
Okay,
but when they are completed, They will be dumped into the Pacific Ocean right outside of Malibu so that no human beings can contaminate them.
Just like Osama bin Laden.
That is.
I love it. Well, Gary Busey, thank you for joining us, and we may have you on to talk LA sports again. Are you up for that or down for that?
Well, I would say that I am occupying the galactic plane on that.
Great.
So
okay. So that's I'm going to take that as a yes.
When I am invited, it is not a matter of me saying yes or no to something. It is a matter of the universe
saying that you can do it, allowing you to do it.
It is a universe being opened up to you.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so when you tune in, I'm not even here right now.
You are not here right now.
When people meditate, when people meditate and say the name Jesus Christ,
yes, God.
Then He will show up. If you ever speak my name, if two or more of you ever speak my name,
yes,
I will appear.
You'll have materials, but you won't be here.
With a physical copy of the Magna Carta as I have right now. You can read more about this on my website,
which is
www.GaryBuseyIsTheTruth.org.
That's true.
/truth/Busey. .html.
.html. All right. And for those who don't know, his son Gary did all the HTML programming.
And not his son Gary, his son Jake Busey. Did all the HTML programming on that. Am I right?
And not only did
he does HGML. That's what you said. He doesn't do HTML.
No, he does HTML. HGML is a satanic cult.
Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't.
He does HTML. He does computer programming.
Oh, okay. If you've ever been to a website like Excite or Yahoo, those are satanic influences, and you should stay away from those because they will be desecrated when the time of the Christ child comes.
Gary Busey, everyone. That's a great way to end this podcast today. We've had a great time today. I want to thank Dimitri Martin. Go out and get his book, This Is a Book. I want to thank Gary Busey. Check out his website, GaryBuseyIsTheTruth.com / /truth /Busey.html. Yeah, /truth.
I want to say one more thing.
Please, Gary.
By all means.
Really, the basketball dribble stands for downward rolling inflated ball bouncing like eternity.